Hi. So, straight to the point. Everybody seemed to have anxiety today. I had anxiety today really bad. So I wanted to share this with you guys because I felt a couple of symptoms today that I haven't felt in a really long time. Like one of them in particular, I haven't felt in years. So I was kind of like, what the flip? And then, like, my mom called me and she was having anxiety today ever since she woke up. And a couple of other people, too, were having, like, issues today. So I don't know if any of you guys were having issues today. If you were, you weren't alone. So everybody was feeling this thing that was going on, you know. So I wanted to, I guess, share this with you guys. When I woke up this morning, now, first of all, I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I got woken up by 6 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up with this feeling of, like, if any of you happen to catch the video that I posted early this morning, I had it up for like 10-15 minutes, and you might have watched it. If you did, I'm sorry. But I tend to do that a lot too, you guys. I'm sorry. I do tend to post videos, and then, like, I take them down, like, really fast. And I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't have posted that. You know, I don't know. So, anyway, if you did, okay, I woke up with this, like, extreme feeling of, like, dread and, like sadness almost. It was like my soul was in pain. I don't know how else to explain it. It wasn't like literal pain. It was like if somebody hurts your feelings type pain. And I was feeling it for hours this morning. I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I was feeling it, like, really bad. And it was, like, bad. Like, I couldn't hold my tears in. Like, it was just so bad. I was hurting, and I couldn't figure out why, and it's kind of tripping me out a little bit because I'm not understanding what was going on with me there, you know? But that happened. So this is how the day started. So my day started like this, right? Then, after that, I went on through my day and all this stuff. Now, excuse the noise back there. And yes, my smoke alarm is still going. It's still chirping. I need to eventually get some batteries for that, or get my sister to get some batteries for it. It's her house, so I mean, I don't know. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the anxiety. Okay, so I ended up going and going throughout my day, getting ready for work, all that stuff. I went to work today. I was there for hours dealing with anxiety. So what ended up happening was I started feeling the shakiness. I was having, like, a slight headache. I had nausea. I had, oh my goodness, the derealization came on me just crazily, you know, and it was just on me. It was just hanging on to me for hours, and it was horrible. And I kept on, like, breathe, you know, and I stayed at work. I did my thing, talked to everybody. We were doing a lot of role playing at work today because I'm still in training. So, like, we were doing all these things, and, like, I still kept my composure. I kept everything good. The symptom that I had that I haven't felt in years. I don't know if any of you have felt this before, but it's one of those heart symptoms, you know. But what it was, I don't know if any of you have ever felt this, but where your heart, I used to feel this a lot years ago, and I haven't in a long time. Today was like the first day in years. So have any of you ever felt where it feels like your heart is, like, doing this? I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like your heart is vibrating and, like, flittering. I don't know how to explain it, but, like, it was like that, like, all through my chest. Like, I felt it, like, my heart was doing that, and then I felt it kind of through my chest, and it was like that for a good, I mean, oh my goodness. It isn't something that just lasts a few seconds either. Usually, like, with me, when I've had it in the past and even today, sorry, my hair's all, whoa, okay. So, I felt it for a little while. So, yeah, that was not fun for me at all. And I never liked the issues with the heart, you know, ever. Those have always freaked me out. I used to have the worst issues with my heart. And I wanted to let you guys know something too. Yes, you know how bad my anxiety has been in the past. And yes, I still have anxiety. I still tend to get it. But it's not what it used to be. So now, sorry, I feel retarded. Okay, so now, okay, back, what I used to do with my anxiety, whenever I would start feeling it or I would start having the panic come in or whatever set in, I would honestly like try to stop, because that's what you do naturally, right? When you have anxiety, you try to stop the anxiety, you try to stop the panic attack, right? You try to stop the symptoms. You try to be like, oh no, you know, you're shaking, you're getting hot flashes, you know, you're feeling like that coldness through your chest, or you're getting a sudden headache, you get the head zaps, you know, or you can't breathe, or you feel like, I used to hate when, you know, when your skin all through like your neck and like right here, it feels like super sensitive, like anything barely touches it and it's like it all, I don't know how to explain it. It was like the most horrible. It's like you're super sensitive to everything, and it's like the most scary feeling. It's like you're numb, but you're not numb, and it's like really weird. So like what I'm saying is you have all these symptoms that just attack you out of nowhere, right? Or your ears start to ring, or like your eyesight starts to go blurry, or you start seeing spots, you know, whatever happens, your tongue goes numb, you know. These are all things I've felt before, by the way. And but whenever those things happen, we tend to be like, oh, we need to stop it all right now. Stop, 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 stop. And when you do that, it causes it to like get worse. And so don't do that. Don't ever try to stop your panic attacks. What you need to do, and this is something I've learned because I've been dealing with the extreme crazy anxiety for so many years, and this past like year and a half, it's gotten a lot better. But trying to say, you need to allow your anxiety to just happen. So if you start feeling those symptoms, you start having the derealization real bad, whatever happens, the breathing issues, the breathing issues are horrible. I had that 24/7 for years. It never went away. Never. I would wake up in the middle of the night not being able to breathe. And that was scary as heck, you know. Of course, that's all gone now. It's been years since that's happened to me. But it was just one of those scary symptoms that I had for literally years that never went away. And so those of you who are dealing with that kind of stuff, just remember, you got this. You can overcome it. I did. And so, I mean, you can too. But what I'm saying is you have to allow your anxiety to happen. You have to allow the panic attack to happen. So, like, you start feeling those symptoms, just know in your mind, this is what I do. I tell, okay, I know it's anxiety. I know it's anxiety, and I just let it happen. Let it run its course, because it's going to run its course, and then it's going to finish. And then you're going to be fine. And you know this because you've gone through it so many times. You've lived through panic attacks 100% of the time. You need to remember this. That's an important fact to keep in your brain, because the fact that you have literally survived and lived through 100% of your panic attacks, you need to remember to tell yourself, hey, nothing bad has ever happened. You have an amazing track record. So, I mean, the worst that can happen, you run to the ER because you're freaking out. You, like me, I had that incident where I've had a few incidents where I've called the ambulance because like my left side went numb, or when I went totally blind, I've gone totally 100% blind out of nowhere. Blind, like blind, suddenly. You know, I've had where, like one time I had to call the ambulance because I went numb. Like I stiffened up, my body stiffened up like a board, and I couldn't breathe, and everything went numb. Everything. I remember it started with my fingers and my hands, and then it went to my arms, it went to my feet and my legs, and then this is when I was driving. I was actually driving when this happened, and then like even my chest, everything went numb. I was like, it was horrible. And I remember having to park on the side of the freeway. It was here I was actually in Arlington, Texas. And I had to park on the side of the freeway, and I was like, dude, I had to call the ambulance. Ambulance came pick me up. You know, I had my kids with me, a couple of my kids with me. It was scary as hell. And when I got over there, of course, I've gone through these scary things. We all have. But what's always the outcome? The outcome is always, oh, it's anxiety. And I lived. you know, yay, I'm alive, you know? And that's what you have to remember, is that no matter how bad it's gotten, you've survived 100% of the symptoms. And you need to remember that. And you need to tell yourself everything's going to be okay, because it really and truly is going to be okay. You have no reason whatsoever to believe that it won't be. That nothing has ever happened for that to happen, for you to believe otherwise. Like, seriously. So just remember that. And like I said, I know today's been kind of extra crazy for everybody. And I don't know if it has to do with the blood moon thing that's been happening, the Mars being in retrograde right now, or any of that. And it could easily be why everybody's been feeling these things today. But yeah, so just, remember you're not alone. If you have been feeling anxiety today, you're not alone. Remember you're not alone, and remember we got this. Everything's amazing. And all right, so anyway, I just wanted to, I don't want this to be too long. So love you guys. Remember you're not alone, and if I can do this, you can do it for sure. So love you. Bye.